Shalom. Call hello Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them to taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word and truth and sincerity, the whole flow that tabernacle of David. To the Aqua that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000, the 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. On the brother Yeshua, shalom and salutations to you all. All right, so I think I'm going to name this lesson. And this guy's telling so much truth he could be a speckled bird, but I'm gonna name the lesson anyway. ESAW prophesies or predicts his own demise almost perfectly. He's basically laying out exactly what is about to happen, right? And it's crazy. All right, so this is Dialogue Works. This guy's channel, I forget his name. And it was live stream. I had to wait for the live stream to stop so I could even jump in there and find some watermarks. So I got it set at 1808 right now. And I just want him to say this one thing, because I've been saying this for a while now, that the Houthis are going to sink a carrier. Okay? The Houthis are going to sink a carrier. And it's going to embarrass the United States so badly. I've been saying this now going back 6, 8 months, right? It's documented, but this guy is going to break it all down and what that can do and what's going on over there right now. So this is fresh, okay? Now, Dialogue Works, Larry C. Johnson, this guy, U.S. forced out of Red Sea after air defense collapse. Wow. All right, that I did a video yesterday, all right? You know, by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel had nothing to do with me. It was called World War III Drones. Drone wars having to do with the Houthis taking down U.S. drone. See, Iran took down that U.S. drone. It's all in there. And then they gained drone technology dominance. And now the Houthis are doing the same thing. This was yesterday's video. So if you check that out and you stand it next to this and see what, you know, this is the next day and here they are forcing what? Carriers out of the Red Sea. And I'm quite sure I said something about carriers getting hit yesterday. I'm quite sure. Because that's the narrative. It's almost like they're running in there to get hit, right? So that they, you know, on some Gulf of Tonkin type shit. So anyway, Salaki for talking too much. Shall I get one real quick? Let me see. Because this is, I mean, let the weak say I am strong. Yeah, let's see. But see, this is, and this isn't going down at this moment, but this is the dragons getting the upper hand. Okay. Now, we haven't gotten here yet, but here's how we will. Okay. Here's how we're going to get here. Because the Houthis qualify as the dragons, which I probably said in yesterday's video. Anyway, here we go.
I still think there's a genuine risk of a U.S. aircraft carrier getting sunk there in the Red Sea.
Oh, genuine risk. No, I've been saying that. Listen to that. Okay, I'm going to play that one more time, 1808. And after that, I'm going to take it to 17, and I'm going to let him speak all the way up to where he says that and then beyond, because what he's doing, he's laying out. Okay, this is how I know that this guy, I mean, the Most High got the spirit on him to know what is about to happen next, blow by blow. Anyway, this is tantamount for him to say that a carrier is about to go down. I've been saying that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's going to set some stuff off, okay? Because it's going to embarrass the U.S.
I still think there's a genuine risk of a U.S. aircraft carrier getting sunk there in the Red Sea. If that happens, that's going to be a game changer because all of a sudden the United States is going to be caught with the fact that, hey, we're not invincible.
Okay, so let's go back to 17. All right. Hey, we're not invincible. Let the weak say I am strong. We'll start it right here at 7. And he's just going to speak. So again, I believe that the title of this lesson is going to be Esau predicts his own demise. Okay, now listen to what and why, right? He's going to say, well, they're making up stories and the stories are going to come back to bite them in their ass. These Arabs are really cool guys, actually, but these fucking demons are destroying everything, and now they're about to get bit in the ass. He's basically going to say that in a nutshell. So take it away from 17. Go.
Israel's wrong-headed strategy, kill the leaders.
Salaki, let me go back just a hair so he can say that. About right there.
And this reflects, it's almost like the United States is embracing Israel's wrong-headed strategy, kill the leaders, decapitate the top. Well, what we've learned through history is when you take off the senior leadership, what tends to arise after that is more radical, more intent on just, when you look at, let's take the case of Hassan Nasrallah, the head of Hezbollah until he was murdered. He was not a fire-breathing radical urging his followers to go out immediately, strap on suicide vests, and kill the Israelis. In fact, he was murdered while meeting to discuss an actual ceasefire to bring an end to the conflict. So, if they're taking out Houthi leadership, man, God help Israel and the United States.
By taking out Houthi leadership, God bless Israel and the United States, right? Let's see. Israel. Targets. I don't know what to say. Targets Houthi leader. This happened the other day. I guess Houthi doesn't have an E on it, right? 6 days, airstrikes eliminate Houthi leaders. Okay, so this is what he's referring to. Okay. He said God helped them. Why did he say that? This happened the other day. See, what's happening is the U.S. is trying to draw Iran out through Yemen. That's, it's real easy to see, but Yemen can stand on their own. They don't even know that. Yemen can stand on their own for a minute, and that puts Trump in trouble. They're going to have to move. They're not ready to move. They got to run them carriers in there. They could get struck. So let's consider this for a second. Breaking. I don't really like this TBN news, but this tells you, the headline tells you the story. U.S. airstrike eliminate Houthi leaders. What did this guy just say? God help you. Here's what's going to happen. The next leaders that come in aren't going to be as nice or want to negotiate.
If they're taking out Houthi leadership, man, God help Israel and the United States, because the folks who take over may not be inclined to hold back or show restraint. I still think there's a genuine risk of a U.S. aircraft carrier getting sunk there in the Red Sea.
Now we get there. You see how all of that comes together? They just killed a bunch of leadership. And he's saying, in a minute, nigga, what we're about to see. Watch him go on. Salaki.
If that happens, that's going to be a game changer, because all of a sudden the United States is going to be caught with the fact that, hey, we're not invincible.
Let the weak say I am strong.
Number one. Number two, though, the U.S. officials are accepting assumptions about the Houthis, about the Iranians, that are false.
There's a trap set. They're walking right into an ambush. Really, that the Most High said, but he's using, right? Really, like the Brits, all of these, the 10 toes are really, let's go get them, let's go get them. They got a little fake alliance and shit.
I believe, for example, that Iran is has no air defense, that it's stripped naked, it's bare. That the United States can just waltz in with an F-35 and drop bombs and destroy things. And all we have to do is a damn bombing and Iran's nuclear program is gone. Except, Iran is not building a nuclear weapon and has made it clear that it is against.
You get into all the lies. A campaign of lies, right? Wars and rumors of war. Sleight of hand and magic. Janus and Jambries.
It's religious beliefs. But hey, facts don't matter. It's all about emotion. But when you have that assumption that, hey, it's like if you're a burglar and you say, oh man, that house, it looks vacant. There's nobody in there. Yeah, we're going to go in and take it.
The thief, right? The thief cometh not. Who is he? He's describing, right, why we're at war. He's going into what's happening. You covet fields. Let's get covet fields. Look at 2 and 2. This keeps coming up right now. Because that's the whole reason behind all of this. The Greater Israel Project. Micah 2 and 2, they covet fields and take them by violence. And houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Listen to what he's saying. Now he's saying why. Because they're taking the land.
You break in and all of a sudden you find it's occupied, the people inside got guns, you get shot. I think that's what's going to happen to the United States.
Boom. The thief. Right? Enter into. They're going to get shot. Who's going to shoot them? I'm going to give you the scenario.
States can just waltz in with an F-35.
See? They could just waltz in.
Drop bombs.
Somebody else's house.
And all we have to do is a damn bombing and Iran's nuclear program is gone. Except, Iran is not building a nuclear weapon and has made it clear that it is against its religious beliefs. But hey, facts don't matter. It's all about emotion. But when you have that assumption that, hey, it's like if you're a burglar and you say, oh man, that house, it looks vacant. There's nobody in there. Yeah, we're going to go in and take it. And you break in and all of a sudden you find it's occupied, the people inside got guns, you get shot. I think that's what's going to happen to the United States.
Let's examine that. House of the thief. It shall enter in. What shall enter in? He's going to get shot up by the real keepers of the house. Zechariah 5 and 4. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. See, this dude is about to get, You walked into somebody else's house thinking it's yours, right? Now you're about to get lit up. That's what it was just explained. It don't say that out. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Fuckhead. Yes, it does. In the spirit. Okay? You missed it. Yes, it does in the spirit. Damn it. Salakia. All right. Read it. I'm gonna read it plain for you. 1 Corinthians 2:14. But people, NLT, but people who aren't spiritual, don't say that, Hawk. Yeah, get the fuck out of my face. But people who aren't spiritual can't receive these truths from the Most High Spirit. It all sounds foolish to them, and they can't understand it. For only those who are spiritual can understand what the Spirit means, okay? So, what is this guy saying?
Sort of things. And I mean, there was a damn bombing, and Iran's nuclear program is gone. Except, Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, and has.
What is he saying going to happen to Babylon the Great? Listen.
Declared that it is against its religious beliefs. But hey, facts don't matter. It's all about emotion. But when you have that assumption that hey, it's like if you're a burglar and you say, "Ah, man,
who's the thief?" Babylon.
That house, it looks vacant. There's nobody in there. Yeah, we're gonna go in and take it." And you break in, and all of a sudden you find it's occupied. The people inside got guns. You get shot. I think that's what's going to happen to the United States. And if it plays out this way, that the United States with Israel launches a massive attack on Iran, fully expecting to waltz in and hit whatever target, but in fact are met with a robust, stiff air defense and electronic warfare capability, that U.S. aircraft are shot down, pilots are taken hostage, and then Iran retaliates by hitting U.S. military facilities with hypersonic ballistic missiles, as well as hitting Israel. It's going to change the world. It will be a game changer.
What's going to happen next?
Potentially throwing us into a global conflict that will bring in Russia and China as well.
That's all we need. ESAW just predicted the end there. See? All right. What he went into is the least of the flock drawing out in Iran. Okay. He went into, let's get that, we'll go ahead and close. But see, even ESAW knows that this is the end. He knows it. He sees it. And you got niggas with fringes on, being cold exposed, trying to hang on to this world. And it's clearly over. ESAW is explaining it. What am I getting right now? The least. 49, what is that? 40, 51? Let's just get this. Least pot. $49. Jeremiah 49 and 20. Let's get this real quick. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord. He hath taken against the Idumeans, Edom, and his purposes. He hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. And we all know that this is talking about Amalek and the rest of the Edomites. See? Teman, right? Edom. What else we got? All Idumea. That's all we have. Salak. That's all we have in this one. Right? For the controversy of Zion. Right? And see, what they don't understand is it's a trap. The Most High has a trap set up. What is the trap, right? Well, Yemen's about to whoop back. You don't see the trap? What's the trap? He just told you. Well, they got so many missiles and so many drones. Watch the drone video and understand. See, when you watch this, you'll understand who's about to win this war. Iran in 2011 took down an American, took control of the drone and landed it, and it's in here. And then they back engineered it, and then they became #1 in drone technology. And in this video, you see that a few days ago, that the Houthis took down an American drone. They didn't land it, they shot it down. But guess what? Those scrappers, the honey badgers of the Middle East, the Houthis, right, which is Yemen, are going to take them scraps and do what? They're going to make a scrap iron robot. You think not? A crude weapon. You think they're not? That's going to work, because that's what the Messiah is doing right now. Anyway, then shall the dragons get the upper hand. Right? This is 2nd Ezra 15-31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand. Now, I'm not saying that this is happening right now, but we're seeing vestiges of it right here. You understand? We're seeing vestiges. See? These niggas are mad now. He explained it. What's going on? Right? Right up to the World War III of Ezekiel 38, that alliance. He got us right up there. You know what happens after that. Okay? Anyway, with that, yeah. With that, the warning, right? Give them warning. Let me get the big 4. Here's your warning. Can't you see it? The Edomite can, right? Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I've made their watchmen into the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Those are my instructions. You ready? Here's your warning. Right? Repent ye therefore. Here's your warning. Nigga, you better repent. Acts 3:19, repent ye therefore and be converted. Your sins may be blotted out when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord. With that, we hope that the elect are edified. You go. Peace is the shalom.